The trouble began during the New Yam festival. It was a time of joy and thanksgiving, but beneath the celebration, tension had been brewing in the community. For years, a secret cult known as Aju, the children of the sacred land, had been operating silently. They were said to be protectors of the village traditions, but everyone knew they were men who used fear to control others. They collected levies from traders, demanded offerings from farmers, and punished anyone who questioned their authority. One evening, as the elders and youths gathered at the village square to discuss preparations for the festival, Chidibia stood up and spoke boldly. "My fathers," he began, "our people can no longer live in fear. Those who call themselves protectors of tradition are bringing shame to our ancestors. They kill, they extort, and they claim it is sacrifice. Please, my elders, this is evil." The square went silent. Even the crickets seemed to stop singing. Elder Nwafa, one of the oldest men, shook his head slowly. "Chidibia, you are a brave man. But these things, they are not for everyone to speak of. You know what happens to those who challenge the sacred?" Chidibia nodded but replied, "If we keep quiet, our children will grow up thinking fear is part of tradition." Many admired his courage, but others whispered that he had invited trouble to his doorstep. It happened 2 weeks later. The rain had fallen heavily that night, a wild downpour that drenched the thatch roofs and filled the gutters. Ujonwa and Chidibia had finished their dinner of yam and vegetable soup. Samtechuku was already asleep on a mat beside the kerosene lamp. As they prepared to sleep, a sudden knock rattled the door. Bam! 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 "Who is it?" Chidibia called out. A brief silence followed through. Then, a rough voice answered, "It's us. The Watchers. Come out." Ujonwa froze. Her blood ran cold. Before Chidibia could react, the door burst open. 6 men stormed in, faces hidden, carrying machetes and torches. "You think you can insult the gods and go free?" one of them growled. Chidibia stepped forward. "If your gods demand blood, then they are not gods of justice." The men descended on him before he could say another word. Ujonwa screamed and tried to shield him, but one of them struck her across the face. Her world went black. When she awoke, the room was quiet. Rainwater leaked through the roof. Samtechuku was still asleep, crying softly in his dream. And beside the doorway lay Chidibia, lifeless, cold, his blood mixing with the red earth.